Are you serious? Really? Like, really? Did they just sign Kareem Hunt? Really? I'm confused. I don't know how anybody could go out and sign Kareem Hunt. I basically was out doing a school project, meeting with my group. Really? Kareem Hunt? I thought Kareem Hunt was like done for a while. Like I thought I made a video like not that long ago talking about how Kareem Hunt is going to have to like pay for what he's done. He's going to have to see justice. He's going to have to wait a while to redeem himself. And again, I will stand by what I said back then. I'm all for people getting second chances. I'm all for people redeeming themselves. How long has it actually been since Kareem Hunt was even like I'm confused. I don't even know what to say right now, but Kareem Hunt has signed with the Cleveland Browns. That's all I can really tell you. Kareem Hunt has signed with the Cleveland Browns for 1 season, 1 year, and that does not count for the suspension that I think he'll get, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'll get suspended. According to Ian Rappaport, the Browns have signed Kareem Hunt to a 1-year deal. It could be worth more than $1 million, not factoring in the suspension. It's more than the minimum deal. So Kareem Hunt gets even more than a minimum contract after basically taking himself out of work for his stupidity and kicking a woman in a hotel. And now the NFL is going to give Kareem Hunt a second chance almost right away without him proving that he is a changed person, being different, without him proving that he has gone through really anything to, any length of time. I mean, it's been like, how long? Like it's been like 3 months maybe? Like it hasn't been that long. If I'm mistaken, I think it was December, maybe January. Not January, it was December, I think. December, right? Maybe November. And the Cleveland Browns, according to them, they believe he deserves a second chance already. And they have signed him to a contract. Again, 1-year contract. And I'm guessing he's going to fight for their number 1 spot at running back this upcoming season. I mean, I'll say it again. I'm all for second chances. I'm a person that really believes that if you do something wrong, you should be able to make up for it. But this is just too soon. This makes the NFL look horrible. This makes anybody that watches the NFL look horrible. This makes me look horrible. This makes you watching this video look horrible right now because Kareem Hunt did something absolutely terrible. You should never touch a woman if you're a man. I truly believe that. You should never do that. And he's had 3 different incidents. It wasn't just that one incident. He had 3 different incidents which NFL has investigated, gone over, talked about. And a suspension is coming. It's coming soon. And Kareem Hunt is still able to go out there and sign with the team. In my opinion, he shouldn't have even been able to sign with the team. He should have been blackballed from the NFL for at least a certain amount of time. You need to give this guy a certain amount of time to come back. You can't just say, hey, Kareem Hunt, you did something horrible. We're investigating you right now. We're still in the process of investigating you, and we're going to give you a job. That's basically what the NFL just did. That's basically what they just did. That's basically what the Browns just did. So according to Ian Rappaport, Kareem Hunt has been, since he was released by the Chiefs, he has done alcohol and anger management counseling, and he'll continue to do so, which is good. He has had his meeting with the NFL investigators regarding 3 incidents. Again, 3 incidents, not one, 3. Okay? and a suspension is coming. At the end of all of that, he'll play for the Rams. So you know the guy's going to be suspended. You know the guy's been being investigated for 3 different incidents. You know that he has done something terrible. And instead of just not signing him and just letting him rot for a while, we have to have him back in the NFL because he's good. All right. The same thing. It was only, okay, I'm not even going to compare this to Colin Kaepernick because I don't want to go there. And that's my right. I don't want to go there. Okay. But let's compare this to Ray Rice for a second. Okay. Ray Rice had one incident. All right. If we're really looking at it like this, okay. Ray Rice had one incident. We don't know of any other incidents, and he never got a chance to play in the NFL again. So what you're saying is that because Kareem Hunt is better than Ray Rice was when he punched the woman in the elevator, that Kareem Hunt is allowed to be in the NFL. So basically, this is a talent thing. You basically prove to me that this is not actually okay, we believe he's a better person. We believe he's changed. He deserves a second chance. This is more about, okay, how good are you? Are you going to put up 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns? Or are you done, essentially? So that's pretty much what the Browns are telling us. If you're good at football, you can play in the league. It doesn't matter what you've done. That is what the Browns are telling us. And for an organization like the Cleveland Browns, arguably the worst organization in sports for my life, okay, so 22 years, they have been the worst team since Bill Belichick left. And again, okay, side point. This is the team that fired Bill Belichick, okay? This is the team we're talking about right here. They signed Kareem Hunt. That's bad. Like, any way you look at it, like, I don't care if Kareem Hunt is Barry Sanders, which he's not. You don't sign him. Like, why? It's stupid. Why are you so dumb? Like, now they're going to be rewarded because they have a talented player. Like, I'm shocked. Like, they have a talented player and they're going to be rewarded because they signed Kareem Hunt, because he's a good player. There's no doubt about it. He's a good player. And now you're going to make me sit here and root against the Browns. I don't want to root against the Browns. And honestly, if Kareem Hunt would have been gone from the NFL, like, let's say from like Michael Vick, for instance, okay? If I cheered Michael Vick when he came back because I believed he deserved a second chance. With Kareem Hunt, like, if he would have been out there if he would have been gone without a job, he proved himself over a span of, let's say, 2 years, and he came back and he really seemed like a different person, the very same way I believe Michael Vick has changed since his dogfighting thing, then I would have been, you know what, not necessarily cheering for the Browns, but I would have been like, okay, let's see what this guy can do. Hopefully he can redeem himself. Now it's like I'm literally going to be cheering against the Browns. I am going to go out of my way to not like the Browns. And for a team like the Browns, who have so much positive things surrounding them, they have so much so much good stuff surrounding them. They have a new quarterback, their savior in Baker Mayfield. They have a new coach in Freddie Kitchens who is promising. They have a Myles Garrett who is absolutely a freak. They have all these players. Nick Chubb, who's a great running back in himself. And now they're going to sign Kareem Hunt. And they are going to bring hatred to their team. They are going to bring absolute chaos to their team. They are going to bring a massive distraction to their football team. Not only is it terrible that they sign him, but they're going to regret it because it's going to hurt their team. Now, in one facet, they might be better on the field because of him. But in another way, it might be so distracting that they screw themselves out of being good. So the Browns could have been good. They could have been a fan favorite. They could have been a team that we all love. Instead, they're a team we all hate. So, I don't know. I'm not cheering for the Browns. You can decide to cheer for the Browns. They have great running backs already. I don't know why they needed him, to be honest. Like, if there was any team in the league that wanted Kareem Hunt, and the Browns are the only one, like, you have Nick Chubb, you have Duke Johnson. Why do you want this guy? And why? Like, huh? It doesn't make sense. Why? Like, I'm just confused. Like, if my Patriots would have signed Kareem Hunt, I would have been rattled. I don't know how Browns fans feel right now. I think that Browns fans will feel kind of, I don't know what they're going to feel. Like, I'm trying to put a word on it. I want to say it's like, they're just, I don't know how they're going to feel. So I want to hear from Browns fans in the comments. If any of you guys are Browns fans, let me know how you feel about this, because I think that's very, very interesting. And I'm shocked. I'm sort of appalled. And I'm kind of like why? First off, why NFL? And second off, why Cleveland Browns? You're just setting a terrible example. I think I just pressed the mute button. You're setting a terrible example, and you're a team that has been so bad for so long. And now everyone's going to hate you. And now everyone's going to be rooting against you. And now you're probably going to suck. Because if we've seen anything, when you bring a distraction to your team, no matter what the distraction is, whether it's a player like this or some other player in the locker room, this is going to completely divide the locker room of the Cleveland Browns. This has to be a very, very strong locker room to have a player like Kareem Hunt this quickly in their locker room. That is going to hurt the team. If you're not saying, like, I don't think this is good. I know a lot of people are probably going to say the Browns got better today. I think they got worse. I think they got worse. Just being honest, I don't think Kareem Hunt is that much better than Nick Chubb. I don't think Kareem Hunt is that much more talented than Duke Johnson. I don't think that's the case. I think they got worse. I think it's going to hurt them. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if Kareem Hunt, proves to be this magical being, then that's fine. But, like, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is actually going to hurt them. And this hurts the NFL. This hurts their reputation as the biggest league in the world. This is the most popular league. The NFL just drew ridiculous numbers at the Super Bowl again. And I don't know. I'm going to get to the comments. My chair is broken. I can't go down on my chair. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's get to the comments. All right. Let's start it off with Kevin Durcan. He says, what's going on, Mitch? The Browns are stacked. Vincent says he's not arrested. Ryan says, yo. Jake says Mitch is back. Sonia says, but this is the thing. He's being investigated for 3 different things. You say he's not arrested, bro. He has a video. A video of him doing it. Second, he's being investigated for 3 different incidents. Not one, again, not 1, 3. Not 1, 3. Okay? And everybody knows, like, he did it. So, like, I don't know why you're saying he's not arrested. Like, I agree. he's innocent until proven guilty, but he's already guilty because it's there to be had. Sonia says this signing was dumb and it's going to cost the Browns so much money, he's probably not even going to play for them. Sonia, he doesn't cost a lot of money. I will say that. He does not cost a lot of money. He's only $1 million. So from an investment standpoint, if you're thinking as only a businessman only, see, personally, if I was the general manager, Dorsey, of the Cleveland Browns, I would say, hey, this is too much of a risk. I don't care. First off, I don't agree with it. I would not sign him. But second of all, if I believe that he, in this case, deserved a second chance this quickly, I would just say this is too much of big of a risk. The Cleveland Browns are moving in this direction. We don't need anything that's going to take away from our direction going forward. So if I was Dorsey, I would have just said, hey, we don't need this. We have Nick Chubb. We have Duke Johnson. We don't need Kareem Hunt. Okay? So I would have just said, okay, first off, we don't need him. Maybe if we're a different team and we have no running backs, we have no talent, maybe I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it's worth the risk. We'll sign him to a contract. Maybe, okay? But, like, if you're the Browns, it doesn't make sense. Like, Kevin or Kansas, fact or fiction, Browns will go 11-5. Fiction. Katana says, huge get for the Browns if Hunt can stay out of trouble. Thank you for the $5, Katana. Drake says, she wasn't a woman, bro. She was a racist. She's still a woman, but I don't know if she's a racist because we don't really know that. He kicked a lady out about a year ago, no? He did, but, like, he wasn't, okay, what I'm trying to say is he wasn't, like, released until December. So, like, he's only been out of the NFL for, like, 2-3 months. For the NFL to, like, let him back in the NFL, like, for the NFL to allow him back after only 3 months without the investigation fulfilling and going through the entire process, then I think that that's just a terrible mistake on their part. You shouldn't allow a player to come back into the NFL until the full investigation has gone through and that you understand exactly what has happened. They're still investigating, according to Ian Rappaport. So, and there is a suspension coming. So, like, why don't you just wait that out until you even allow anybody to sign him? Like, I don't even think Josh Gordon, for example, he's on the exempt list. He's not even allowed to be signed. Same as Martavis Bryant. And this is for smoking weed. So, like, where is your values at? Like, so on one side, like, you can't smoke weed. But on the other side, you can hit any person in public and be investigated 3 times and still, like, domestic violence and smoking weed. Okay. So, like, I don't know where you're at with this, but, like, let's be fair here. I don't know. I don't know. Where I'm at, weed's legal. I don't even smoke weed, but that's still, like, okay. I don't know. Doctor, your mama says, I'm honestly shocked. Floyd, I agree. I'm shocked too. Floyd says Rice was old and was on the back end of his career. Teams and organizations want to win. I agree with you, Floyd. The God says many believe Hunt was provoked into striking the lady. I mean, a lot of people were. A lot of people that have committed domestic violence have been provoked into striking the girl. It's just the fact of life. But, like, to be okay, example. Chris Brown was provoked into hitting Rihanna, but nobody cares about that. He's still dealing with the circumstances now. Like, he has a career, but it took him like 2 years at least for anybody to start accepting him back into the music industry. For Kareem Hunt, yeah, he was provoked, but it still doesn't make it right. Like, if I go punch somebody and they say, like, you're not getting, like, unless the only reason you should punch someone is if you're in a fight and the other person agrees to the fight. It's the only reason you should punch anybody, okay? You shouldn't just be going out there punching your grandma, your sister, and your brother. Like, why you be doing that? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I punch someone if I'm in a fight. I don't punch anybody if I'm not in a fight, okay? And I don't know. I know there's different I think there are reasons to blame for why Kareem Hunt did that, but like, and there's reasons for him to do that, but like none of them are worth doing it, is what I'm trying to say. Drake says Ray didn't hold back when he hit her. She was asleep, and Hunt pulled back with that kick. It's a difference. So a lot of people are defending Kareem Hunt in the comments. Hot Take Aki says, Milani, what's up? Riri says Kareem Hunt didn't knock a woman out on camera and try and have the lady lie later and act like it didn't happen. Kareem Hunt didn't try to hide anything. The police didn't press charges. It's because the police were part of them trying to hide it. Like, why would the police? Okay, the reason why the Kareem Hunt investigation is so interesting is because the police didn't actually report anything, and nobody actually heard about the Kareem Hunt instance until December, when it happened in March. So you have to understand the actual timeline of what's happening here. If the police would have reported what happened in the first place, then we would know what was going on. Instead, we don't. Like, it took so long for that to happen. Instead, he played almost a full season with the Chiefs. Waterboy Report says, this is crazy. I'd be interested to hear what you think, man. Browns are on the rise. What are the real expectations? It's a win-win. Hot Take Hockey says, Duke Johnson seemed like they already had a decent 1-2 punch. Kareem Hunt is a great player and improves their game, but now the Browns become a conversation for the wrong reasons. I agree with that. I think, again, I've said it many times, I think, yeah, this might help the Browns on the field, but how much? Like, is it worth it? Because, like, Nick Chubb, again, I think Nick Chubb is very talented. I think Nick Chubb is just as good as Kareem Hunt. It almost as good. Like, we don't know. He could be just as good as Kareem Hunt. So, like, what is the risk worth in this case? Because Nick Chubb's had one season. He's ran for nearly 1,000 yards, and he wasn't the starter for the whole year, while Duke Johnson is one of the better pass-catching running backs in the league. Do we really need Kareem Hunt? Is it worth the risk? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. What's going on, Ghost Skittle? Who starts after Hunt comes back from suspension? I'm assuming they'll just ride the hot hand. That's what I'm assuming. The kick, in my opinion, made the headlines what they were. Regardless, the NFL should have made a statement taking him off the exempt list before a team could do this, but I guess that's the NFL. Teams just want to win, says Hot Take Hockey. People are thinking they'll go to the playoffs. Okay, where am I? Where am I here? Okay, go back. Mitch, the Browns are already divided enough and have been all year. This move won't change that. How are they divided? I know they were divided on Hugh Jackson, but I don't think they've been divided since. I think they kind of came – see, my thought on the whole Browns season was that they kind of started to come together at the end of the season, and they look like a team moving into the future. I think a lot of what they did at the end of that season was because of how close they grew as a team. And now I think by signing Kareem Hunt, from a football perspective, you are now throwing kind of a wrench into your locker room by saying, okay, we need to know how to deal with this. We need to be strong. And the Cleveland Browns are not the New England Patriots. They don't have Tom Brady or Bill Belichick or Devin McCourty or Patrick Chung or Rob Gronkowski or Julian Edelman. They don't have anybody in that mold. They don't have a leader like that in that mold at all. So, like, for them to sign somebody like this, it kind of like is more, to me, going through my mind of like the previous free agent signings with guys with off the field issues, not nearly as bad as this, but like guys with off the field issues that go different places that end up hurting the team because of how it hurts the dynamic of the team. I think that's a bigger deal than a lot of people are actually talking about right now. Okay. The NFL has Joe Mixon and Tyreek Hill. I don't think it affects their reputation. It's going to make people change the way they look at them, at least for this short period of time. People will eventually get over it. I agree with you. But, like, it just makes another layer of, like, why? Like, stupidity. Like, they're trying to improve this area of what they are as a organization, and it's totally like backfiring on them right now. But Tyreek Hill, I think Tyreek, I don't know the Tyreek Hill situation, so I can't really speak on it, but I've heard of it, obviously. Joe Mixon, I think, is different because he kind of went through the whole process. So I don't really want to speak on those situations, but I know that Joe Mixon like went through the whole thing. And it's a different situation than what Kareem Hunt's going through right now, especially because Kareem Hunt is still going through the investigation. Again, guys, I brought this up. He's still going through the investigation. It's not like it's stopped or it's over. Like, it's still happening. So I don't know. Jake is smoking weed watching me. Oh, that's awesome. Nathan says, to be honest, though, I look at it like this. I think he would have killed her if he wasn't restrained. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I botched reading that. But basically what Nathan says is he would have killed her if he wasn't restrained. I don't know if I can't say that. I don't think he would have went that far. But yeah, he was restrained. So we don't know what would have happened. But then again, you can't assume crime based off being restrained. Like, that's not a thing. You can't do that. Hunt isn't worth a second chance, says Jake, who is a Chiefs fan. Jake said, what's going on, Jake, by the way? Nice to see you in the comments. The Chiefs and the NFL had knowledge of the incident in March and didn't release the footage. Mitch is right. They tried to cover it up, period. Doesn't return to redemption. I agree with that point. And that's exactly what I said. Robot Guy is in shock. Kevin Durcan says, I think people defend the females who provoke the males too much in these situations. I think there are instances where that happens, but I think you still, again, what I said earlier, you need to be able to restrain yourself. Part of having the ability to beat somebody up is knowing that you can beat somebody up and not doing it. Like, if you're John Jones, should you just start running around the streets and punching people in the face because you can? I don't know. Corey says Hunt is a good kid, made a dumbass decision. I'm saying he does. I don't know if you watched the beginning. He does deserve a second chance, but he needs to go through a certain process to deserve that second chance. He needs to prove he's different. It's been like 3 months since he got released, and he actually had to deal with the consequences of what happened back in February or March last year. That's what I'm saying. Nathan says he turned his life around completely, Tyreek Hill. All right, guys. I think that is where I'm going to end it. But those are pretty much the extent of my thoughts on the Kareem Hunt situation. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more NFL, hopefully signing and reaction videos that are a little bit more positive. And we'll see going forward with the Kareem Hunt situation. Share this with your friends. I know this is going to be a big topic and of discussion throughout not only the sports world, the NFL world, but through the world in general. So share that with your friends and see what they think about my opinion, and also just to spread the conversation around. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's been Mitch of the Bottom Line View. We'll see you next video. I appreciate all the support once again. Peace out.